That launched last year, that launched the end of last year, that launched mid this year or last year.
Dude, I want to point out that, so I didn't even know that was a thing until this trip. Bro, what the heck? Oh man, I love basketball. My wife's gonna laugh if she sees this footage. I'm here at Plunge HQ, about to get a factory tour with Ryan, the founder of Plunge, who's here right now. Let's go, bro.
Let's do it, man.
Dude, this place is epic, man.
After you, brother.
Hey, guys. What's going on? How are you?
It's the whole app team. You're going to meet them later.
The app team? Yeah, we're going to meet with them later?
Yeah, yep.
Awesome, man. I love the app. Yeah. I'm not just telling you that.
Well, we want to get your feedback. We want to get what you're loving about it, things you want to see in it.
Okay.
They're working on some cool stuff, so
I love it, man.
So this is our entry office here.
Love it.
Big upgrade. We have windows now into our offices.
That is
it's a running
nice.
joke.
Natural
our executive offices didn't have that before. But yeah, this is all executive offices here.
Cool.
And we have the team on kind of multiple sides of the building. The room we're going to be going in here, it's called our all-in room, which is one of our core values.
Cool.
So all the rooms are named after what our core values are.
I love that. Dude, look at the space.
So this is, we have marketing in here, finance and accounting, sales, and some of the ops and engineering team, kind of pieces of those teams. And then the whole backside of the building is where we have all of our logistics, operation, customer service, customer support team, and engineering team.
That's amazing. What I love about this, and the old space was amazing. I was already incredibly shocked when I walked in there, but you have so much room to grow. It's almost as if you're planning to continue growing.
Totally.
Which
yeah,
is really cool to see.
It's it's more spacious. We can do a lot more. We have way more meeting rooms, breakout rooms for the team. That was always a piece. Like we like the team working together, but having these rooms that we can come together and break off and work has been a game changer.
Absolutely. This is a major upgrade. And the other place was amazing too.
Totally. We loved it over there, and we still have. We still have a huge operation going on in that building with our sauna. So all the saunas are produced over there, built over there. So that team is buzzing. I was just over there yesterday. It's been awesome.
That's awesome.
Record number of saunas going out this month. So.
I love it, man. I can see it. I mean, because I get a lot of feedback from people asking me, hey, like I want to get a sauna. Which sauna should I get? And I'm seeing the sauna sales kick up. So I know it's got to be really good for you.
Last year was our first full year with the sauna. So now we're kind of really hitting our stride. We got the Sauna Mini out now, which is doing really, really well. Solved a big issue of a traditional sauna in a tight space.
Yeah.
So it's doing really well. What I love about this team is the door we're gonna go out here leads right into cold production. And I think it's one of the most unique things where corporate headquarters is right near where the product is built.
That is really
cool.
cool.
So I think of like, Peloton's corporate offices is not next to where their bikes are.
So true.
So it's a connection of the product. So the people building the product have a connection to the team, and our team here actually can go out, understand, see the product. So I think it's a really cool strength of ours.
I agree, and I gotta say, like, one of the things I love about making this video is, as someone who's about to invest in a $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 investment for their health, it's nice to have confidence where you can actually see it being built, because there's a question. It's like, hey, are these products really, are any of them actually built by hand here in America?
Totally.
And most of them are not. Most of them are just white labeled from other countries, brought in, sold, and they can't even maintain them. They can't fix them if a problem comes up. What I love about this team and why I keep telling people is you guys are hands-on. And it's been really cool to get out there and see and talk to some of the guys while they're working on products. Like, you don't see that all the time.
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in where we're at and also where we're going.
Wow, bro. So much room for activities.
So exactly, exactly. Cold Plunge Wonderland here.
It really is.
Let's, I want to do a quick peek in to a team meeting real quick.
Let's see it. Hi, everybody.
Customer support team in here.
I love it.
Team meeting here.
This is a good crew right here.
So,
you guys are doing great.
What are we solving today?
Everything. The world's problems.
Solve the world's problems one at a time. I like the table. Team built.
It's the perk of having a sauna factory.
That is amazing. I want one.
Yep.
Have a good one, guys.
So what's cool about this spot here is, remember the old factory? We actually only had 2 single assembly lines.
Yep.
That we had to actually adjust over time, because originally when we launched, we were only one product.
Right.
And now, today these are all ins that are happening here. We have different chiller lines that are happening here. Some days you'll come out and it's full pods that are being produced, or our commercial lineup. So the team has a lot of versatility in
sure.
running different lines throughout the day, meeting what the inventory levels are of the product. The thing that we really focus on is, everything's built. These are all go to distribution sites around the country.
That's
so
cool.
Then we do all of our final mile from those distribution centers. This helps for our logistics standpoint. We get product to customers a lot quicker.
I have noticed that has changed so much. It used to be like a 3-month, 2 to 3 months,
Yep.
and then it's like 5 days now for
Yep.
some products.
Most of our products are all within 1 week lead time. Working on some others. We just came back with the white pod now. That's on the site. It's a little longer lead time, but that'll soon be coming down. But that was a kind of a fan favorite.
Yeah.
And we're able to work through that, and now we have our white pod back on the site.
What would you say right now is your #1 selling plunge?
The All-In.
The All-In.
The All-In.
That is great. That is great to hear.
The All-In is our flagship go-to product. The end game. It's the fully integrated. Everything's right there. Beautiful looking. Very simple to control. App controlled. Smart system. So yeah, that's our #1. And all the others sell pretty equally across the board.
That's good. And I also have seen a little bit more, and I'm getting exposed a little more to it, and I'm getting questions more on the commercial, which is called the Max.
We have two. So we have our All-In commercial, and then we have our Max.
Okay.
And the Max is the full auto dosing system. It's where majority of our commercial clients go. Comes into our Plunge Connect on the back system. You can manage the whole fleet, your whole system. So if you have multiple locations, you can see all the health of all the different units, when they need to, change your filter, check the pH levels, chemical levels within the system. You can see it from one dashboard management system. Big development this year. Yeah, so the Max we launched that beginning of 2024. Definitely our best-selling commercial product.
That's awesome. To me, it looks like a lot going on, and I'm sure to any gym owner who wants to open up a recovery center and have cold plunging as an option, maintaining it is definitely probably the #1 concern. And the auto doser sounds awesome, but seeing how it works, I think is really impressive.
It solves multiple issues. You got to set it up correctly to start, and that's like a process, and we do a high touch point with that. Every customer that onboards, they do a entry call with our team. We train them up on how to use it, because it is important that it's set up correctly.
Right.
We've done case studies on it. The amount of time that it's saving on labor for the teams and down the road issues is huge. You're also maintaining your water a lot longer, so less, again, a labor issue. Less team having to deal with the systems there. It has a lot of certifications. So we work directly with, we work directly with the Department of Health across the country, and every jurisdiction is going to be different. The county, the state, and cold plunging is a unique new modality. And not all cold plunges are equal, and there are certain specifications that need to match to like a general Department of Health and then to each county and state. And so we've been really on the forefront of those conversations around the whole country, helping write policy in Utah, working with the teams out of Florida or North Carolina. And so our product is matching what those certification needs are.
That is amazing to hear. And I have had some questions, not concerns so much, but questions like, when is it going to catch on? When is it going to get to the health department where it's like, hey, we're getting into bodies of water.
Yep.
No longer are you able to just sell a product that has just a chiller and a pump. It's going to have special refrigerant for human use, right?
It has to have enough turnover in the water. It has to understand how many bodies are getting in that day. What is the flow rate of the system that's coming through? Are the drains, there's policies around drains being too close, and suction issues for a human getting inside of it. So that's a factor. How close it can sit to walls, and jurisdiction can be specific around it. What I get super excited on is we all love cold plunging. We both got into it because we love it. We want to share it to the world.
Absolutely.
In our own unique ways. Where residential is caught on, commercial is actually coming later, which is a little rare. Most of the time commercial products enter in, and then it enters the consumer zeitgeist, where this is going to be a massive flywheel for the cold plunge world that we're going to be having tens of millions of people starting to get into cold plunges in these commercial centers that are growing very rapidly around the country. So it's just, I think, more people coming on to the real benefits of cold plunging and how it's impacted people.
I love it. I love it, man.
So this is the new XL.
I like it.
So this is the one you saw in the contrast room.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
So all of our tub models now are the same as what the All-In is. So it's actually the same exact size. It's more room than what our original XL model is. But we've done a flat back on all of our tubs now. So when you get in, you actually have something to push up against.
Thank you. That is so I'm blessed to have the All-In and then the original, which has 2 slanted walls. And for me, because I'm taller, I can get in there no problem and I can manipulate my body and stay put. But my wife's 5 foot. So when she gets into the regular with the 2 slanted walls, she can't plant her feet. And now that we have the all-in, she loves it. Like she's like, I can control my body. I can be engaged. So this is actually an incredible upgrade to it.
It was a big feedback piece that we got to have, you know, one ergonomic side and one side that you can easily get in and out and put pressure against. And we were able to create it that it actually has as much, it's actually more space than the original XL on the inside.
I love it. And I will say this, that if you're watching this and you have feedback for Plunge, put it in the comments below because you read the feedback.
Totally.
I mean, they scour all the feedback and they're looking for how can we make it better. And I think there's some things I want to highlight about this trip. One is thank you for having me here. Like you'd be like there's not a lot of other companies out there that one would have me come see behind the scenes, but two have anything to really show. Like there's just not a lot. So this is really cool, but more importantly, the feedback that we get from viewers passing it along to you and you actually make changes. It's key.
Yeah, I mean, you've been critical for sharing the product, which we love. People are coming to you and even speaking, you know, more transparently or
I'm the buffer. I told the customer experience team this morning, I said, hey, you guys probably don't know this, but sometimes I'm a buffer before you get a consumer, and I answer a lot of people's questions. The response time from your team, man, it's amazing.
Thanks for noticing, man. We've been working, that team works so hard into their optimization of their processes and the technology we implement. It's a big point of pride within that team to constantly improve.
It is noticeably improved, and it's definitely, despite what people read on those old Reddit forums, like it is, I would say, the best customer experience team of all the cold plunge companies that I've personally represented or talked about.
Thanks, man.
It is, and I can't just say that. Like it is truly, I get excited about it because it makes my life a little bit easier.
We're gonna have your back, man. That's the biggest thing. Like, you know, stuff happens. It's how we handle it, how we take care of it. So we're coming here, we come off the line. A little lighter day on the build side, so.
But you said that you guys are building, the old factory tour, you guys were distributing them from that factory. I saw trucks, I think, right?
Yeah, it was just the evolution of the business into like now we even get further, we get better on our forecasting, we get better on our demand planning, you know, and we can get the products out based off of, you know, what we think 3 months is gonna be. So we're kind of in that phase right now. We just had heavy builds over the last 30, 60 days.
Yeah, end of the year, sales, all that stuff.
Exactly, so now we're out. So today it looks like the team's really working on, this is our Evolve product line. So these are gonna be what the XL tub used to be with the standard or the Pro chiller. So they're doing all testing today on these chillers, on these tubs. So when they come off the line there, this is where they get inspected for all the plumbing. Every aesthetics are even going to be more over there.
Cool.
But just a final prep before they go into testing here.
And that's what this is? This is the testing? This is really cool.
So all these units are here. They get put onto rollers. They come out over here. So we have our big water bays. So these systems, we can recycle the water. It's also critical, and what it does, it speeds up testing time. This water is already chilled within certain degrees.
That's cool.
And so it is important that the water's at a certain temperature, because if you don't get it down cool enough, the plumbing can expand and you might not find certain issues. Run all the water testing here. Another test that they run over there is we actually do a PSI test on all the plumbing.
Cool.
So before that even gets water, we run an air test through the system, shoots back a number as long as it's within a certain range, and it's a very tight range. That means there's no pinholes or nothing in the plumbing. Obviously, it's very rare that that would even happen, but we can catch it really quick. And then we come over here, and then the units get set on closed plumbing systems or get set into their chiller systems, so we can start running. You know, this is all leak testing, making sure they're cooling at the capacity that in the degree range that we would expect any product to have. All of our cold systems go through a minimum of 24-point inspections. So it's just on every unit goes through that. Commercial goes through even more. And then sauna goes through almost a 45-point quality.
That's like a car. I mean, that's almost as many points as a automotive inspection nowadays.
It's a lot, man.
That's amazing.
You know,
a lot of people don't really understand that, but like that's a lot of checkpoints to make sure things are working right.
And it's important that we have. It's interesting how the company's evolved. You know, we have production teams. We used to have quality a part of production team. Those are competing incentives. You know, production teams on volume, getting them out there. Quality's on quality.
Yeah.
This does not leave our building if it does not meet our level. So now we have fully different departments there that are, you know.
I actually overheard that a little bit earlier where two of the employees were talking about something and they weren't arguing, but they were like, hey, you need to check this. And he's like, okay.
Yep, and so quality has final say on everything. So if there's,
You could tell. That's what I'm glad you said that, because that's what I experienced and saw. It was like, no, man, this is what we're doing. And he's like, okay.
So it's a smaller team, but they have visibility on everything.
Yeah.
And check off everything. And so it's accountability. So if there ever is an issue, that's a quality, like it should have never left the building.
Love that.
And production needs to put in a new system. If there's a repeated issue that quality is catching, then that goes back to production and we improve the system. So that's been, that's an ever evolving piece, but we're at a really good spot with it, adding new tests into the product. Some days we have all these bays are full of units and they're testing, we could have up to 50 to 60 units in a single moment, and those are just cycling through, testing new units.
That's really cool.
So today we're testing our standard chillers. All of our standard chillers have, we made some improvements on them to make them even quieter. We've changed a little even on the design and the aesthetic looking of them. But the standard chiller's a beast, man. That thing chills.
Yeah, I've had no problems with it.
That we actually recommend that to 80 to 85% of the customer base, that the standard chiller is going to be a great fit for you in your residential model. So we're really proud of that unit. It's fully app connectable, chills really well, it's really robust, and we made these slight improvements that we've had feedback on.
I love that. For anyone watching and they're like, okay, well, who would buy the Pro, who would buy the Standard?
Yep.
What's really the deciding tipping point why someone would want the Pro over the Standard?
Obviously there's look differences.
Yeah.
And you can see the Pro and you can see the Standard.
For sure.
So there's those that just like, I want that, that's beautiful. The Pro is gonna chill faster.
Okay.
So if you're in a super hot environment, if you're in Phoenix and you want your temperature at that low 40s in the middle of summer, that thing's a beast.
Okay.
It's a totally different chilling mechanism that's in there, and it's going to chill, 3x faster and even maintain better. However, most people aren't living in Phoenix, so the Standard can work in a lot of different places. Pro also has ozone, so that is a difference. And there's some people don't want to use chemicals as much, and they can go the Pro, use the system there, or you can go Standard, and if you're willing, it's just you using the unit and you're clean using it, it's gonna work great.
I'm pro ozone. I love me some ozone.
Us too.
Yeah, for sure. So I would probably be pro because of the ozone.
Yep.
But I also have the Standard, and it does a great job filtering out the water and keeping the water nice and clean. Now, people watching probably have seen my videos, and my water is very yellow. Not like this. This is beautiful. That's just because I live in Florida and I'm on well water.
The other thing too with the Standard compared to the Pro model is similar to how the All-In is from a filter change.
Yeah.
So it's a very subtle thing, but the Pro models in the All-In are a lot simpler filter change. I mean, you're talking a 1 minute compared to 5 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
But it is, if you're changing those, depending on your use case, weekly to monthly, that is a factor that some people like.
That's
a lot simple from the top, easier to change.
I love it. Yeah, that is true. Like if you are gonna have this indoors, personally, I would say the Pro is a better option because that top filter change, there's almost zero water that can get on the floor. And when you're changing the other filter in the Standard, even though you can shut off the water, you're still sometimes, I personally, sometimes will get a little bit of water spill on the floor, but all my stuff's outside, so I don't really worry about it.
It's less condensation on the Pro
Yeah.
than the Standard.
For sure.
So,
but you also insulate all your tubes, which is awesome.
We insulate the tubes. It's more of the heat that comes off of if you're putting the Standard outside, it's no issue. If you're putting the Standard on the inside.
Is it because it's metal versus like that plastic?
Yeah, it's also if the heat. I would say if you have a hot cold unit and you want it to be able to go hot and you're putting it indoors, get the Pro.
Okay.
We're actually pretty explicit on the website for that because there is more condensation on the hot and cold unit.
I love that you share that though. It's like, take the guesswork out.
Totally, yeah. If you want a hot cold unit and you're putting it inside, go Pro or All-In.
The All-In is sick. They're all sick, but like the All-In is just like, it's so quiet, it's so efficient. It's nice that it doesn't take up any additional room. I get it's more money and that makes up the difference, but it's just such a good setup.
The All-In also we do, some people don't know, that includes like a premium delivery.
Yeah.
So that is like set up, it's placed in your home. They're going to take the trash away.
That was nice. That was very nice.
So it is an added added value to that. So once they come over here, unit is approved, passes that inspection. Our team over here, this is actually an interesting one. Any sort of aesthetic issue that happens, he's an artist and he will come in and work on units and make sure there's nothing, a nick or a scratch or anything that's
cool.
there. These are beautiful white tubs.
Yeah.
We want them to show up that way.
Right.
Put a lot of effort into how we ship these out to maintain them. But yeah, they go through all that and then they come over here and get approved. They're actually working on a lot of commercial units right now. These are all commercial units. We got probably noisy, we're setting up our infinity wall. up there.
Yeah, I saw it. Little
Yeah.
vert wall. It's
Yeah.
like, man, we can go skateboard up here.
So we do a lot of our product shoots up there.
That's gonna be cool.
And then here, this is final. So it comes off. There's whole different mazes that it'll come down. It actually will go. This is when it gets picked up and put in. This is like final run here. This is when it's
Should we
getting.
walk over there?
Yeah, I don't know if we have anything on right now. This is actually insulation here. So this is
Oh,
where they
cool.
insulate it. They pick it up, they flip it over, insulate it, and then the units come around, and then they will either come off here or go over to there. This is where they're doing chillers today, so but like in the tub, this is where they're looking to make sure every valve is secure. You know, everything's tight, not even from a leak perspective, but just from like an appearance on the inside when you open it up.
That's cool.
Everything's tightened and it's clean, and there's nothing hanging in there. It's just another look into the quality side.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, we go down this way. Yeah, this is all cold production here, testing, and then we're gonna head over here into fulfillment.
Cool.
For
It's so wild because like this is a third of this entire space,
yeah,
and we've just spent what 30 minutes over here. Got your basins.
yep, basins here.
Basins are really cool. It's a niche product, but I think it's a necessary product for those niche people who need to keep the water off the floor.
It's really popular. You know, it's something we thought was cool, and you never quite know.
Yeah.
And then we've had some products that we launch and they're not quite a hit, and that's one where it's like the world loves that one.
My favorite product that you launched and probably didn't know if it was going to be a hit is the shower.
It's been steady.
Yeah.
It's like it does. We find it more with our saunas.
Yeah.
And we have more cold customers than sauna customers, but yeah, the showers, it's keeping the cold plunges clean.
Yeah.
For people that are adding the cold to their sauna life.
Right? No sweaty boys.
Coming up here, we've got a cool gym.
Yeah, I
have
asked you this morning when we were on our 5-mile run of doom if you had an assault runner. You have one right here.
Yeah, we got a little gym room here. We have different team hangouts and gym sessions that go on in there.
That's cool.
So now we're coming back to like the backside of put a lot of our operations teams back here, logistics teams.
Yeah, I love that there's offices everywhere.
Totally.
And this has to be the most popular room in the whole building, right?
This is this is a, content room. It's a team building room. There's meetings that go on in here. We have, obviously our fleet of products has grown over the years. So it's like, how do we demonstrate them? And, I'm sure you're going to be shooting more in here today.
Oh yeah.
Capturing all this. But I know we've already done 2 sessions.
I know.
Getting in last night and this morning. A lot of this stuff was launched last year. That was launched. That's our commercial product. That's the Max on the other side. You can't see the auto dosing equipment, but it's on the other side there. That launched last year. That launched the end of last year. That launched mid this year or last year. This launched officially beginning of last year. All in was the end of 23, and the pod was Q4 of 24. So these are all
Like
new.
the freshest of fresh.
Totally. This was the vision we had to create a total ecosystem that's smart and connects through your app. You can kind of control your whole backyard from one place.
Yeah.
It's a one-stop shop for hot and cold, whatever your price point is and whatever your preferred cold plunging style.
Right? Dude, I want to point out that. So I didn't even know that was a thing until this trip. The skimmer at the top.
Yeah, so the skimmer is, from a commercial standpoint, it's one of the top issues that they're going to run into. People are getting into cold plunges in their clothes.
Yeah.
And lint and, buildup that can happen in the plumbing. So there's adjustments we've made we've done this on all of our products, just on the vents and the valves that are there, so you can easily change that. So that's almost a catch in its own right.
I love that.
But then on the top, having this surface skimmer that can collect hair, any lint from clothing. Yes, exactly.
I mean, anything.
Yep, I actually have this unit at my house.
Yeah.
Just to help with leaves.
Yeah.
That type of stuff.
No, absolutely.
Just another.
All my cold plunges are outside, so when I first saw that, it was, to me, like, that is so sick and clutch, because, I'm constantly skimming with a skimmer.
And then you take this out, and you just can
Yeah.
clear that out there.
Yep.
Put that back in.
And of all the pre-filters that I've finagled with, I love yours because it's flush. So like there is hair on it right now.
Correct.
Which it's doing its job.
Yep.
You don't have to like turn it off to get it off. You literally just reach in there, grab it, and then flick it into the trees.
Yep.
That's what I do anyway.
True cold plungers notice this one. It's the filter change.
Yeah.
On these units, like changing your filters It's not a sexy part of a cold plunge, but
No,
you got to
it's
do
not.
it. So this was one that's like, we were adamant of like, how do we make this the easiest thing possible? You can pause the unit right there.
Yep.
And you can, you know, do a quick change right here, pull your filter out. There's nothing you got to open up, get into. I won't open it up to save time, but that's,
No, yeah, it's super easy. It's the easiest change of any of the filters I've ever changed.
it's a feature you don't buy it for that, but you appreciate it once you get it.
Yeah, it's like a Happy Meal. You get a surprise.
Yep.
I love it. What I really love about the all-in though is how quiet it is. Like right now, I can hear that one humming over there, the Pro. It's just doing its thing. But like this is all indoors. It's not insulated with any kind of soundproofer, but it's quiet. You could literally build a full-blown recovery center inside and it not drive you nuts with sounds.
It's very low vibration, low sound.
Yeah.
It also doesn't give off, you'll notice, like
Extra heat.
extra heat.
I mean, we have literally 2 saunas in this room right now that are full, they're on 200 plus degrees.
Yep.
Which I think some people also who have never owned a sauna and they see them outside, they're like, I don't think you can have it inside because it's gonna put off all this heat. Well, they don't, the heat stays inside.
Yep. This is really done well from an indoor traditional sauna, 2-person, crank up to 200 degrees and have that steam, high heat experience.
And I'm gonna do some individual product talks with Mike in a little bit, but one thing he pointed out I think is worth noting is when you look at this sauna, it's obviously meant to be outside. It's got the rubber flooring that can capture the water, fully okay if the thing gets wet, it's great. But if you're somebody who doesn't have an outside but you want a really good robust sauna, this solves a lot of the problems because it takes up less space. You still can have the 220 plus degree sauna experience. There's a lot of interesting tech in there, but the question and concern I've always had is what do you do with the water? Because I like to pour water on the rocks. And Mike pointed out yesterday, I'm like, wait, what is this? And he's like, oh yeah, this is the little vent that you pop this off, and then there's a drip tray that catches the water underneath, and obviously with the heat can evaporate it, but that catches that, so you don't have to worry about water damaging your floor underneath your sauna. You guys have really thought of everything.
Got I believe this room is called the Courageously Direct room. It's one of our core values, to be courageously direct.
I like that. Ooh. This is a cool spot.
Yeah, this is inventory.
Chiller Central.
Chiller Central, and getting those ready. We have operations team back over here. Philip, the man, the myth, with engineering.
What's up, dude?
Philip, have you met David?
Hey. Yeah, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother.
Yeah. Philip's the one of our masterminds that is probably knows more on cold plunge equipment than
Oh yeah.
Maybe almost any person in the world.
I love that.
Yeah,
So-
seriously.
I love that.
That's one of the improvements we've made is a new GFCI that automatically resets in the event of a power failure. Yeah, it's an important thing.
Let's go.
He's talked to me about that.
I've been
Good.
begging for that.
Me too. It's been high on the list.
So you've got it figured out.
Yes. So
Let's go, man. I'm
What you got
stealing
there?
this neck pillow. New neck pillow.
Love it.
Stealing this thing. Man, this is cool. Oh, I like it.
So
Everyone in here was just in the meeting room.
Yep, they're having a departmental meeting. So here we have inside sales and all of our customer support team.
That's cool.
So this team, is all of anything. You have questions on your sale, you have a question about the product before purchasing, you have an issue, you call this team, they'll diagnose it.
It was cool to walk in here and they all knew who I was. Like, they're like, David. Like, we were best friends forever and we knew each other forever. But I guess because a lot of people do end up purchasing the plunge using my code or whatever, or they'll reach out to me and I'll be like, I'll try to help them diagnose a small thing. Once again, if it's just user error, it's usually pretty easy for me to help them. But then when I recommend them, they're like, hey, we talked to so-and-so, we got it all fixed.
That's great.
It's honestly been such a relief for me, because like when I'm reviewing products and talking about these products and people end up making purchasing decisions and buying these products, the last thing I want is no support. If they buy a product and it fails and they get no support, it sucks.
Yep.
But to have the support, just makes the world go round.
And there's improvements on the horizon. We're going to be implementing some new technology soon from an AI perspective of back end to help even, like, if you reach out, that can help diagnose the product issue before it even shows up to the team. So there's less back and forth, because that's a piece. It's like the team right now needs photos and they need verification of what's going on, and that could be frustrating for a customer. You know, it's like, I don't want to deal with this. But if we can get photos on the front end and evaluate it and really get it in front of our team, we can streamline that process.
That's cool.
We've been improving the chat features on the website. It's always like, it's actually a place that we're seeing about 80% of people solving problems before, not even needing to come here.
Cool.
So that's like an ecosystem we're always improving on, getting more data in. As we learn more, we go update that. Like that's a weekly update that's going
awesome.
on in that system. They got the pop shot here.
I know, they're having fun, which they need.
I haven't,
Oh man, I love basketball. This is tough. You gotta like get that little, oh my gosh. My wife's gonna laugh if she sees this footage.
all right, you ready for this?
Made it. So this is the I got you room.
So I got you, one of our 5 core values. So all of our rooms around the building are named after the core values.
That's cool.
We hire around these core values. We do reviews around these core values. We have monthly surveys around these core values. So I got yous basically means like extreme ownership. If you hear that, it's words we use in this building. So if someone says I got you, it means I got it. Like I got your back, you're working on something, it's now I'm taking ownership of this and I'm gonna see this through, so you can count on it.
That's cool.
We've had all boats rise, which is create good karma, do the right thing. We have courageously direct, say what needs to be said, no gossip. So being forthcoming, saying what needs, there's hard conversations that need to happen.
Right.
Be courageously direct, say the thing. Find your edge, it's growth mindset. Obviously our product really helps with that. That's what we're doing with the product. We want to live that in life. We want to be taking on new challenges. We want to be uncomfortable. We want to get comfortable in the uncomfortable.
Right.
So always, taking on, whether it's in work, whether it's in our personal lives, being in that space. And then the last one's all in. Give it everything you got. Be all in on the job. Be all in on the project you're working on. We kind of evaluate ourselves around those
Dude,
5.
let's go.
Yeah.
I love it.
Happy birthday, brother.
Thanks.
It's your birthday?
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
Bro, what the heck? Happy birthday.
Dude, I've forgotten like the whole.
What the heck, dude? I would have got you a cake for our run. I mean, geez. Happy birthday.
Thanks, man.
It's Ryan's birthday. Make sure you spam the comments with happy birthday, Ryan.
It's my birthday.
Dude.
Theo?
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Doc.
Birthday boy.
I know.
Birthday boy.
What's up, brother?
It's birthday boy.
This is Ron.
Ron, what's up, man?
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet
Ron's
you.
our, production
What's up, buddy?
We talked earlier.
production manager. He runs all the operations out here.
Sick, man.
Yeah.
You're doing great work.
Thank you.
There's a lot going on, too.
A lot going on.
So is this pressure testing? Or vacuuming?
This is vacuuming. Right
Cool. See, Ryan, this is the stuff that I think, as someone who, if I'm watching this video, I want to see like, okay, are you sure you guys aren't just mass importing all these chillers from another country and just putting the Plunge sticker on it? But to see like all the parts getting put together and
What are you testing for here? This is to test for any cracks or anything, right?
Yeah.
what's crazy is these are tests they do on a home to pass like a home inspection. Like when you're building a home, you're doing it on a chiller. I wonder how many other people are doing that.
That's exactly it. Cool.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so this
Look at all the parts, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of, look, man, there's a lot of details to this whole thing of, this is all, every part is scrutinized, like vendor control of who we get them from. They go through different rigorous testings to even become a vendor for us. And then if they're not matching our specs of what it needs from a product standpoint, we move on quickly.
I love
And
that.
I think that's something we early days, we're just growing as a company and we're just doing what we got to do. And I think now as we've grown, we've professionalized, and just the brand that we have, it's like if you don't meet it, we move on.
You've became courageously direct.
It's also what Cold Plunge has become. This is now, we have the ability, the responsibility.
Yeah.
For the trust that people have put into us, and they've always had that, but we don't skirt it. There's just no room for it.
Yeah.
It's just less space for us to do it. And I think before it was probably we didn't have the team size.
Yeah.
You're moving so quick, and we're trying to get through certain stuff that it's things that we want to do, but we can't move as fast as we need to move. And now it's like we can make decisions a lot quicker. So we've also brought in a lot of experience to the company. Early days, Mike and I, we're not manufacturing guys, we're not production guys. It's a newer experience for us. We've brought in a lot of people from really legacy companies that have 30 plus years experience doing this, that have been able to kind of elevate.
Isn't that what Elon Musk did?
Hire smart people.
Yeah,
man.
just hire smart people. If you're the smartest person in the room, then you're in trouble.
I'm definitely not.
They're in there like doing their thing, and then this is connecting in there on both of them. So to me, this is an electronic water test. I
Cool.
don't know. Cool. This is a cool spot because you guys have like you guys like have all of your cold plunges here for some reason.
Yeah, this is where we, this is where we do a lot of quote unquote torture testing, pressure testing, put them into unique states, many different things. This is where we'll try, like we said, we're always looking to improve the product.
Yeah.
So we will get brand new parts working on a system. They are meticulously taking data on that, seeing how they're doing. We learned something out in the industry is really interesting. We're testing it in here. So this is kind of this is the cutting edge group back here of just what is the latest data that's going on with a unit. Or maybe a unit in the field was like something we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Of course, we're gonna take that back. We're gonna do an evaluation on that. And we wanna try and understand it. Is it a part issue? Is it with a vendor that we have that we need to get in front of it with them? We have all our logistics teams, all our different bays.
Trucks backed in, ready
Yeah.
to get loaded up.
Whether our logistics teams are coming in, we do a lot with FedEx. We do a lot with a national organization called Omni Logistics.
Cool.
And so those all get shipped out here. And again, this is just cold. The sauna is, it's actually about 15 minutes away.
That's
so we have
cool.
all of our production there.
So you have basically this whole same setup, sauna,
Correct.
because they have their own logistics team.
Yep, they're shipping out of there. They have their own, our corporate offices are not over there.
Right.
That is just the sauna team. But yeah, that's a fun shop. And you were in there, the old one,
Dude,
where you
so
smell
fun.
the,
Yeah, it
the
smells so good.
wood and
Nothing smells like fresh cut cedar. Like it just feels and
Totally.
smells so nice.
so yeah, that's went on the journey of, the ideas in the front office to you walk out, plunges getting built, assembled, tested, aesthetically getting put together, packaged up, and then this is where they would get shipped out here, and then a lot of the fun research and development and engineering.
It's awesome, man.
All over
It's
there.
an incredible, impressive operation. It's been fun to be a part of it since you had one product. Like, thanks for seeing something in me when you had just one product and letting me review your product and just honestly creating a friendship. It's really,
Totally.
it's been cool to just develop a relationship with you and the people here and then watch you just continue to grow and have more products to continue to review and talk about, because I see that we're going to be reviewing a lot of products for a long time because you just keep innovating. It just keeps getting better. There's new things to talk about. The app itself is going to be its own product. It sounds like it's
a product that is full force right now. Yeah, so keep giving feedback. We appreciate it. We hear it. Love building this rad, awesome industry with all you guys.
It is so awesome. And then like the final comment I'm going to say is like, when you do give me feedback and I call you and say, hey, like, this is what I'm hearing, you've never once got defensive. Some people have like really a lot of pride and ego on their product, and they get super defensive if I share feedback from their customers. You've never done that. Nobody in your team's ever done that. You take it and you say, we're gonna improve it. We're gonna support you. We're gonna take care of that customer. So if anybody watching has feedback, please post in the comments below. If you want to keep it private, reach out to me on Instagram, private message me. My handle's DMoss Jr. and they can reach out to you too.
Totally.
I mean, that's the cool thing. You're not hidden.
Yep.
Like you're doing this because you're open. You're also about to run a marathon, so.
I'm running the marathon. You can follow the journey.
Yeah.
We're doing a fun campaign. Tegan's got to get a bunch of app downloads. If she
Yep.
doesn't, she's running the marathon with me.
Dude, if I wasn't on a boat, I would be running it with you too, just because it would be fun.
Well, it's fun running this morning, man. It's
Yeah,
fun
bro.
showing
Hey,
you around.
happy birthday.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much for the tour, man. This is amazing. I'm gonna shoot a bunch of other footage and have some fun back with these guys here on the other product. But dude, appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching, listening. I'm gonna post this as a podcast too, because I feel like we had some great conversations people might want to hear. If you have any questions, pop in the comments below, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. See you on the next one. Have a great day and God bless.